Hey everybody, this is Randy McMullen with Amstar Mortgage. Hope you're doing well today. I wanted to give you a quick update because you're getting ready probably to get inundated by text messages, phone calls, emails, regular mail. Everybody in the world is going to be letting you know that interest rates are coming down. But here's the thing. You don't want to make a $5,000 mistake when you refinance. So let me tell you what I mean by that. So I'm going to give you kind of a personal story. When I bought a house the first time and rates were really high in Atlanta, around 11%, and I refinanced at 9, refinanced at 7, refinanced at 5. I ended up refinancing several times, and I spent a lot of money doing that. So what I would suggest is when you're getting ready to think about your refinance, ask yourself, do you think we're at the bottom of where rates are going to go, or do you think rates are going to go lower? Let me tell you why that's important. There's two different strategies that you can use. And the one that I would use right up front, for example, if you're at, say, 7.25 and you have a chance to get a rate of 6.5 or 6.375, or maybe you got a chance to get a rate of 6.25. If you think rates are still going to come down next year, which, by the way, most people think rates are going to continue to come down as the economy slows down, as inflation slows down, and as the Feds lower the Fed funds rate. Not the interest rates, they're lowering the Fed funds rate, but that's going to be in coordination with rates coming down. So as rates come down, you have to ask yourself, do I want to spend $5,000 now to refinance and then maybe spend $5,000 again next year? So if rates are, let's say 6, maybe your strategy would be to take a rate of 6.25 or even 6.375 and let the lender pay all of your closing costs. So you can drop from 7.25 maybe to 6.375 or 6.5 or whatever that number is, but you don't pay any costs. That way, if rates continue to get lower next year and rates drop into the 5.5, 5.75 range, then you can refinance again and you didn't spend $5,000 the first time. So please give me a call if you have any thoughts about refinancing or what the best strategy is. Again, you're going to get blown up with a lot of communications, but I want to make sure that you make the right strategy going in. Now, there's one other thing that's super important. I just had a client who did a loan. We pulled his credit, and he literally got over 100 phone calls and text messages within 2 days. Why? Because anytime you pull your credit, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, they're going to want to sell your credit report to everybody else. So the more people they can sell it to, the more money they make. But unfortunately for you, you're going to get blown up with phone calls, text messages, emails, even regular mail. So one thing you want to do is go to www.optoutprescreen.com. This is super important. This will opt you out so they cannot sell your credit once your credit's pulled. It will, I promise you, it'll save you a lot of headaches and a lot of hassles. Now, the other thing it'll do is if you're getting credit card offers in the mail right now, that's because all those companies are doing soft pulls. So think about it. If you get 20 or 30 credit offers in the mail in a month, that means there were 20 or 30 soft pulls on your credit. Well, if you'll go to optoutprescreen.com, they can no longer do a soft pull on your credit. It'll declutter your mailbox and you'll have a lot less inquiries on your credit. Now, the last thing I'd like to suggest to you is maybe the possibility of locking your credit scores. With all the different breaches that we've had lately, it's a really safe thing to do. If you opt out, it will take about 5 days for that to work. But if you lock your credit, it takes effect right away and you can unlock it and relock it anytime. What I will tell you though, is super important, do not lose your passwords because sometimes it can take a week or longer to get your credit report. And if you're trying to apply for credit and that thing's locked up for 7 or 10 days, could create a problem. So just hang on to your passwords. So don't make a $5,000 mistake. Optoutprescreen.com, and very importantly, call me if you have any questions at all, and I'll be glad to put a detailed plan together specific for your situation. Thanks a lot. This is Randy McMullen with Amstar Mortgage.